Hello and welcome to another day. Another sleigh. Whoop whoop. What the fuck was that? Well, I'm still over here, by the way. I'm coming back. Wait one moment. I'm starting out by saying I feel in pain again. And I feel it's because something's moving. I feel like it always happens in the evening. And you know where that stems from? Trauma I had as a kid. Let me tell you a little story about me. Okay. So, how did I grow up? I grew up with, oh my god, this could actually be a long story. Okay. So, I grew up in Switzerland. My mom, as we all know, I do not now call her mom, but my mom back then. She had to work a lot. She was a single mom, raised me. Actually, I mean, she wasn't single, like, quite often. She had a boyfriend, which meant less time for me. Anyways, oh my god, stop that pity party. Okay, so, I'm just saying, she was a single mom. In that sense. And what? Oh, I just got a message. Anyways. What? Wait, let me put you over here because I have to open the window and I don't want it to be so loud. Look how nice I am. Anyways, she was a single mom. How many times did I now say anyways? I think it's ADHD comes. She was a single mom. And which meant she had to raise me all by her lonesome. But since that isn't really possible, because if you have to work and you have to to kind of take care of a kid, like that kid has to go somewhere, right? Okay. So every single time, well, I either went with her to work and then we were at her workplace. She was a caterer and we were at her workplace for like hours. And she was working and I was just sitting there. Sitting there under the bar. In like a little cabinet. And so that's like one way of how it went, or I had to wait in her office, or I had to go to friends' places. But what happened, actually there's a third option. What happened when I went to friends' places is that I felt like I started missing her. I got majorly anxiety, like the attachment. I don't know, but if you're raised by parents, which you kind of had to, not raise, that's the wrong word, because but yeah, support, or be at an early age, you still it feel, and it just felt like I had to protect her at a very early age. We get into that another time. And since I had the feeling of having to protect her, what happened is that I always felt kind of need to be around her to make sure she was okay. Okay? So that was one thing. When I went to friends' places, I didn't just miss her. What happens is that I get really anxious that something is gonna happen to her when I'm not in the present, because I have this anxious feeling right now, even though I know nothing is gonna happen to her, to that woman. Sorry. Anyways, jokes in my head. You sometimes hear things, not here, but little sounds like somebody, because we have a neighbor right there and I'm like, are you listening to me? Anyways, oh god, stop. I have to stop saying it anyways. It's so annoying. What happened is I had this feeling, and I have this feeling right now, and I think it's part of like missing somebody, but also like being just like overprotective over somebody, attached. Definitely a form of PTSD. So that's that. Otherwise, the third version was that I was left like alone at home until like 1, 2 in the morning, like whenever she got home, because usually she had to work until like 12. And well, at least it felt like that. I think it was like that. Not me telling lies. How would I remember, you know? Time as a child is like not really relative to reality. Anyways, I had my aunt, which is, by the way, my mom's twin sister, and she was always there for me, like, because she lived in New York. She had actually earlier in the day, and so we had these phone calls, and I kind of remember as she, like, sometimes we were on Skype most of the time. Then, you know, we were just like talking, and she waited until I fell asleep. Like, I had the computer next to me in bed, and her just talking to me and telling me stories, or just being there. And I remember suddenly I just like started to fall asleep, and she was always there. And then yeah, so that was the third version. Yeah, it started back then when I also started like I have a very good hearing, but also like sometimes I feel like I'm a little, you know, I sense things around me, like maybe, I don't know, ghosts. I don't know, that would be like massive. I wouldn't say ghosts, but like spirits in a way, maybe, I don't know. But then when I heard like a crackling or something, like I got so hyper attentive to that. It's probably because I'm in a fight or flight mode in these situations, in a way. I feel like I always am. And yeah, I feel like I feel a little lost, as you know, from the previous video. But I guess that's what life is all about, right? We're all just trying to figure out how to heal ourselves from past traumas. And I know for some people this might not feel like massive, but for me it was, in a way. I was like, I liked to be at like friends' places, you know, but it wasn't like, oh, I want to go to my friend and we just can hang out and like chill and have fun. No, it was, I didn't have any way to go, you know. I was sent to those places. I had to show up on the door and be like, can I stay with you tonight? It wasn't fun. It was just like, it felt like a burden. And I feel like I felt like a burden all my life, like this like little thing. It's just annoying. It takes up space. No. Maybe at some point I won't feel like that anymore. But I still do. I hate it. That's why I also like, I hate being in this in-between state where I, like I said, I don't work a 9 to 5. And I'm kind of living off other people. And I hate that feeling. and I could get a 9 to 5. But that also wouldn't make me happy, so I'm trying to figure out who I want to be in this world, right? But that's not easy, because the world keeps on like going, time keeps on running, and I'm just not able to catch up. You know, there's always a new thing, new information, new knowledge, and I feel like sometimes, I don't know, there's nowhere for me to actually grow, because I always feel like I'm occupied by, I don't know, daily habits and forms. And right now I'm just so occupied with everything that concerns like my body, because I'm trying to make it in this modeling industry, and it's so hard because there's so many gorgeous people out there, and I feel like I don't have like a special look, and I'm also not like tall, you know. I'm just another girl that's kind of pretty, but who isn't, like, you know? Nothing in that sense makes me stand out. Like, I got asked that question, like, at an agency. They were like, what makes you special? And I was like, dude, I don't know. Like, what makes me special? Nothing makes me special. I'm human. I guess take that. Does that make me special? I was like, there's so many of us, and I'm not the chosen one, because nobody is. Like, yes, we can believe in ourselves and we can find our place in the world, but we're not the one. It's not meant to be like that. I guess we can just like start like loving ourselves and for who we are. But then again, who are we, and what are we, and why are we here? I don't know. You tell me. Well, I guess that was it of trauma dumping today. Hope you had fun. That was my little thing. My little stick. Okay. Bye. See you tomorrow or any other time, I guess. I don't know.